One of the mistakes Wike and Tinubu are making in Abuja is the fact that they don't know that policies drive the economy, not force. So this whole thing that they did yesterday, raiding the Bureau de Change center in Abuja, one of their centers in Abuja, and them run up and down, people were scampering for safety, is not the right way. Make policies that will regulate those things naturally. Just the same way your policies, first subsidy is gone, is making the whole place, everything is skyrocketing. Make such policies that will bring those things. So you don't need to use force, send DSS or send EFCC to go and pursue anybody. Guys, let me allow you watch the video. If you look at 1993, if I'm not mistaken, either 93 or 96, you discover that the dollar was exchanging for 22 naira. Then what was the problem? Because people were still protesting, and I'll put all of those things in here. People were protesting, people were going through jingles, talking about the cost of living, there are no drugs in the hospital, the doctors are not available, and all of that. So what is the problem? Have you all seen that it still boils down to leadership? A leader who does not have a foresight, a leader who does not have leadership skills. See, let me tell you something. There's a difference, to me, in my own definition, there's a difference between a leader and a ruler. A ruler does not listen. He goes all out to do what his mind says or his little circle says. But a ruler is the one that goes out to do all of those things. He calls the shot. But a leader listens to the people to say, okay, what's the way forward? What can we do to better the living costs of Nigeria? That is who a leader is. A leader listens. A leader listens to the people, because the people employed you. They gave you that mandate. And those people who are struggling to stand on the mandate are now running and crying that they are not even able to stand on the mandate. So guys, I'm going to play things that have happened from the past so that you will know that this thing is about leadership, not about the dollar. 1993, where we thought things were really bad. Official exchange rate was 22 naira to a dollar. Are you seeing? They thought things were tough, but now they are seeing that this is tough pro max. Let's watch.
Now why for this life, oh, now so palaba. I tire for this problem, I tire for life, oh, Guinea. No work, no food, no house, no life. This small water, then they bring now so dirty, they pull them. This small money, I they get now so transport, they chop them. School low, now headache, hospital, no work, I tire for life, oh. My brother, waiting you they think, oh. My sister, help, don't come, SDP, MKO, Kingibe, action. MKO, Kingibe, SDP, progress. Abiola na the hobo, SDP na the party to solve our problem and better our life, oh. MKO, 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 action. Abiola, progress. Now him be the hobo for better tomorrow.
You can imagine that it was the same basic amenities that we are trying to get from these leaders. Is the same thing that was a campaign jingle for MKO Abiola when we were very little. I don't know how old I was by the time this jingle was done, but I remember I was very little when they used to play this thing. It was just looking like ordinary thing because we didn't understand. I was not big enough to know what was happening, what was not. I just noticed that sometimes they would do all of this print t-shirts and umbrellas and dash people. That was all I could remember. Do you understand? Then somebody will now tell us that when something is wrong, nobody should say anything. They should just keep quiet. And you feel that going to the Bureau de Change to go scatter the place and send boys there and send EFCC. EFCC, let me ask you a question. What was EFCC looking for in that place? It's a question I want to ask. What were they looking for in that place? Those people are doing their business, and their business is being run by the policies. is the policies. The first day you said subsidy is gone was the day everything had a this thing. It just went, oh my God, I don't even know the word to use. I don't know the word to use. I'm trying as much as possible to be very civil. I'm trying as much as possible to be very civil. And that is why I saw the next video I'm about to play. And I felt bad because this man, whether we like it or not, is an elderly man. He's our senior. Nobody should insult him. If you would use words like, he didn't do well, he did that, but words like calling somebody Ole, a thief, don't do that. Let us try to criticize him the right way. Let us not call him a thief because he has not stolen from us. You cannot call him a thief based on what you heard until you know that he actually did it. Let's just, the issues, like one thing I used to say is, when you have issues with somebody, attack the issue, not the person. So I say no to this particular video I'm about to play. Watch. I know very well that these market women are really upset and really angry at Tinubu because I remember that the last election, because of the no cash policy, a lot of women were asked to vote. They were going to pay them. Not until they were about to swear him in, the ladies were calling them out, the market women calling him out with his children, his the people he sent there, that they should come and pay them, that he promised that if they voted Tinubu, they were going to give them some money. And have you noticed that MC Olumo is just so quiet all of a sudden? This is a man that you said unkind things to the Igbos. Like I said, in case you have not watched all my videos and you are watching this video, I am not Igbo, I am not Yoruba, I am not Hausa, I am for Nigeria. I am not even in these three, zones I've mentioned. I am just a Nigerian who wants the best for Nigeria. Now, this channel, I'm supposed to be talking about family, right? But I'm just somebody that don't like to sit down and see things go wrong in the country where I live. I used to tell people that I don't have any other country apart from Nigeria. There are people who have passports of different countries. I don't have any other passport except Nigerian passport. So if we don't sit up or stand to talk about the wrongs that are going on in this country, then we'll be doing ourselves a disjustice, if that's the right word to use. We'll be doing ourselves a disservice. That's the right word, a disservice. Because I have kids that are going to grow up and they will ask me, Mommy, what did you do? What did you do to help fight all this kind of things that were happening in the country? Because at their ages, they already know that this government is not good. My kids already know that this government is not good. To the point that my youngest son, who is he just turned 8, when he was 5, he was saying that if Buhari was going to come back, he's definitely going to contest as a president. And do you know this boy actually had a manifesto? He told us a manifesto. He delivered the manifesto. I have that video on my channel. You could check it out. He was just 5, going to 6 years. He was ready at his age. He was ready. Every time he said, Mommy, please, can we go to the UK on Saturday? Can we go to Canada? Mommy, can we travel out? I'm tired. For a child that age to be tired. At some point, I started being worried for my son. I hope this boy is not going to, become depressed. I was just worried for him at his age. I called him. I said, you don't pay rent, you don't pay your fees. What is making you depressed? I said, don't do that. Don't begin to say you are tired. It's not a word for you to say at your age. The boy was tired. So imagine that. You see, the truth about it is, okay, imagine the way Nigeria is now. Look at the whole place and tell me, if a parent who is not having food to give the children will definitely know. A parent who is maybe lashing it out on the children, because some parents don't know how to control their anger. When they are angry, they lash it out on their children. The children will know that my mom or dad are not happy. Do you understand? So they kind of know this generation, this computer generation, the smartphone generation, they know all these things. No matter how much we try to hide it from them, they know. So guys, let's watch the next video and see what happened many years ago.
Today, March 21st of 1975, Nigerian head of state General Yakubu Gowon opened Nigeria's second multi-million-pound motor plant at a site on the outskirts of Lagos. The plant is a joint venture between the federal government, the government of Lagos, and West German interests to assemble Volkswagen cars. This is the second plant, the first in Kaduna. Gowon opened last week. The 11.5 million naira plant is expected to have an initial production rate of 60 cars a day. During the ceremony, General Gowon praised West Germany's previous financial aid to Nigeria, and he urged Nigerians to develop a pride in Nigerian-made products so that local market potentials could be developed to the maximum. Chico Martin, NIV News.
You can imagine, 49 years ago, when some of us were not even born, were not born. 49 years ago, they had this kind of initiative, and all of a sudden, all these companies left Nigeria, and we are not worried. They left Nigeria, and Nigeria is the way it is. Imagine, 49 years ago, if how